In 1945, a young Carolina banjoist, Earl Scruggs, dazzled audiences with a new, hard-driving, three-fingered technique of playing. It was artistry, which gave life to a band style called bluegrass, powerful and exciting.
Bluegrass music is a very, very wholesome music. It came along during a time in this country when the big thing and the big value of any man was to have his family together. And it's portrayed today in the bluegrass festivals across the country that still exist.
I would say it was the cornerstone of country music. It was the music that was done before there were electric instruments. I would call it country's jazz, basically, because for one reason, the fans, jazz fans are some of the most rabid fans. They don't want to hear anything but jazz. Bluegrass people are the same way. They want to hear bluegrass.
One thing about bluegrass festivals, it's brought more people together and made friends than any music in the world.
There's very little difference, if any, between the what you call bluegrass music now and the old-time music. It's the same instruments, and it's just according to how you feel when you're playing them. If you're happy, they get loud, and they get long, and they get fast. The Stones always played fast. You can see we're pretty happy people.
Bluegrass is the foundation of country music, and you do not have to be born in Kentucky to play bluegrass or feel it. It's from the heart. It's a very subtle form of music.
This train I ever saw came down that Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock and the cab went by. In the pines where the sun never shines.
Bluegrass music is simple and the harmonies are real clear. So you get this thing happening where there's a tension between the harmonies and overtones start to happen, and you can feel it when it's happening. It's like glue or like a magnet that happens between the singers.
I would say bluegrass is the coming together of Bill Monroe and Earl Scruggs. These were guys who were old-time musicians, but they were so individualistic that their style was a very pronounced style, and it was hard to say, well, that's old-time music. It wasn't. It was the music of Bill Monroe and Earl Scruggs, but because it was in the Bill Monroe Bluegrass Boy Band that transformation first took place, that the music was called bluegrass music.
Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's gone and
The father of bluegrass music, Bill Monroe, has been named a National Living Treasure by the Smithsonian Institution. He has had a profound influence on everyone from Elvis Presley, whose first recording was Monroe's Blue Moon of Kentucky, to Jerry Garcia, the Beatles, and many of today's country stars.
I wanted to keep the timing of music right and have a good drive to it, because it was good for the fiddle and good for the banjo, mandolin.
As soon as you enter the world of Bill Monroe, you enter the world of taking care of animals, speaking to animals, touching animals, listening to all the sounds of nature. I remember one time we were in New York City and we rode around through the streets of New York City on a hay wagon, and the whole time we were riding, Bill was playing. And he'd say, now watch the horse's feet, watch the horse's feet. And sure enough, his rhythm of playing would be with the horses stepping and galloping. He really tied everything musically in with natural sounds and the ways of life that he remembers so fondly, you know, from the early part of this century.
I really think that Bill Monroe was the person who put it together. Certainly, he made it fast. I mean, it started out really as dance music. In fact, Bill Monroe started out as a dancer.
Yeah. Tradition of buck dancing has started coming from Scotland and Ireland. And the people came in from the hills and they didn't have anything to do at night, so they started dancing.
First time that I ever seen anybody perform at all. We went to the Pollyanna Drive-In Theater. I was about 5 years old. I know that we watched a movie, and then after the movie, there were these people up there playing and making music on top of the concession stand. I was just struck by this. On top of the concession stand was Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs playing.
Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs joined Bill Monroe's band in 1945, an event that marked the genesis of bluegrass music. Flatt and Scruggs later went out on their own and became the first bluegrass act to jump on the folk bandwagon, tour college campuses, and become national television stars.
So I remember what Lester Flatt said on the night show, him and Earl sitting up there. Is it true, Lester, that this style of music just goes kind of down south, down there in the country? Lester said, well, said it did until me and Earl got on the Beverly Hillbillies, and it got nationwide. Said we're doing it just about everywhere we go.
Very solid band that they had. If they sped up together. If they slowed down together. They were like a machine running with a throttle on it, up and down and up and down. It was a great experience working with those guys.
Why them fingers go? I told her come together. The one that I love best is Pogo and
Earl Scruggs was able to take an instrument, the five-string banjo, and make it go to a developed state and present it on stage in such a way that it couldn't be ignored. He not only played it hard and fast, which was exciting, but he played it precise and clean.
How about giving us a close-up view of some Scruggs-style picking?
Sure, Frank. The fifth string is plucked with the thumb. The rest of the strings are plucked with these two fingers. You'll also notice that I have picks on the finger, and that's for brightness and sharpness.
I never seen anyone play a banjo like Earl Scruggs do, till I seen Earl. I always just done what they call the clawhammer style. That's the old mountain style. And whenever Earl came to Grand Ole Opry, he brought that three-finger style.
Listen to those old Opry tapes, and people go nuts when Earl plays. Well, his notes would hit the back of the room. Digga, 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 digga. Eighth notes, driving people crazy.
It was Lester and Earl, and they had on those two-tone shoes, and they walked out on the stage, and I've never been the same since. It was just transported me. Never saw or heard anything like it before or since.
We've got a thing that we have inherited down through the years, and we have got to preserve it. And to preserve it, you've got to carry on this type of music, and you've not got to break the kind of music that we're carrying on, because if you do, you lose your inheritance.
Okay, it's where you go twice right here, and then one right here with on the third string, and then pick it up.